All right. Good evening, everybody. And how are we all doing this fine November weekend? Thank you very much to Ward Misfit for the host and the 25 bits. Hope you are having a good afternoon over there in the States. And I have some business to take care of. More ways than one tonight, although some of it is a bit more important than others. So, let's hop straight into it, shall we? So, first up, for a little run, what I'm going to be doing tonight, as soon as, yes, you do indeed see a most familiar sun. The world has indeed ended for some of us. The most recognizable sun and possible background for the entirety of Doom, if you have been in the community for the last couple of years. Can Sweet beat Map 1? Well, that is a good question. Hey, Serious Cacademon. Doing well here. This is now Cigarette 2 and Dragon Ball for Death on stream this week. Yeah, I saw very brief parts of both of those games. How did you find them? So, this is the Ironman League, which, well, the good news is that the Uncle Bowl is over. Actually, let me just start from here. Okay, so tonight's plan is thus. I'm going to do the Ironman first, then the Ironeagle, and then I'm going to do some poker practice for my regional final tomorrow. Ziggurat 2 is more refined. Ziggurat 1 is pretty good. Okay, cool. Glad the game was an improvement. Isn't that the FPS roguelike games, or am I thinking of something else? The Ziggurat series. So that's the plan, basically. 2 Ironman stuffs and then poker. Because I got a regional final tomorrow. Gotta get my last bit of practice in before the big game. The ones that are like, oh cool, I might play them at some point then. I like the idea of FPS roguelikes, I guess. Might give them a shot, the thing that happens. So, that's the plan for tonight. Now, luckily, I believe this one does not require much of an introduction, but in case you don't know what this is, somehow, supposing you're new to the Doom community, suppose you've only come across this just now, literally, this is Sunlust. It is one of the most widely recognized WODs in the whole of the Doom community. A CAC Award winner from 2015. Composed by 2 insane geniuses who are very good at slaughter maps. Rivix, who you will know for making every core-coordinated slaughter map set that everyone plays at least once, if you're a Doom player. Such as Swim with the Whales, Stardate 20xd6, Stardate 20xd7, Family Crafted Film Fetish, Pepper, fucking other shit. You know, all the good stuff, you know, all that. And the other person involved with this is Dane Bubinga. Hey, Bridge, how you doing? I see you've been doing some mapping for Age of Hell recently. Yes, let's not go into that. Daerik isn't here. And the other person behind it was Danny Bubinga, who is responsible for Combat Shock 1 and 2 and other slaughter maps. He also makes interesting slaughtery stuff and also streams, or at least he used to. He does have a Twitch. He did do a little bit of tiny streaming, but I don't think he's super active. So they combined together to make possibly what many people consider to be one of the best Doom WODs ever. For the rest of us, we call it something we like to avoid as much as possible until we have to play it to experience the pain and suffering and creativity, the effort and the pain and the suffering. Did I mention the pain and suffering? The map set that, when I played this myself 5 years ago, was the first, well, that combined with Alfonso's letter of approval, and by God, I wish Alfonso was still around, forced me to play off Ultraviolence for the first time back in 2016 when I was Ultraviolence only, the WOD that finally broke my resistance of playing everything on UV. Granted, it took 22 maps to do it, but I still beat the rest of this on Hurt Me Plenty. Yeah, at least it's not Sunder. At least there's a small mercy that it's not Sunder. It's also a small mercy that I can die on map 1, not really care, and never come back to Sunlust, because I never want to play this again. For its creativity, it is a nightmare to play on Ultra Violence. It is a nightmare to play, period. It is the magnum opus of these two. Probably not the magnum opus of Rubik's, though. He's probably got something else he'll come up with, I'm sure, that will be like, you know, better, but that'll take a while. It might be the magnum opus of Danny Bubinga, maybe. I don't know. Or they might make a Sunlust 2. Play with a mod, yeah. So yeah, basically the 32 maps, they're really hard and it's pretty infamous. That's all you need to know. If someone suggests you to play Sunlust and you haven't played Sunlust, for God's sake, do not play on Ultra Violence. Don't even play on Hurt Me Plenty, if you can. Try to avoid it at all. Try and play on the lowest difficulty, because the one thing that is nice about this WOD is that, like a typical Rubik's or a Bubinga map set, there are difficulty settings. So you can play this on a slightly less difficulty and you will still get pain and suffering, but it'll be a bit less, like quite a bit. So, you know, I think everyone has to experience this at least once, but yes, definitely use the difficulty settings. You know, I learned a hard lesson with Sunlust, which I have applied ever since. And now I get to revisit the Ninth Madness, if only for probably about 10 minutes. But we'll see. So this, I think that's all I need to really talk about in regards to Sunlust. It's pretty good. Honestly, you should probably play it. You know, if you've never played it, good luck. Just don't expect it to be easy. Oh wow, we have some commentaries. Maybe I can talk about those. I don't know. Do I have time? Fuck it. I guess we can go through the extra details and shit like that. Whatever. So yeah, Pachuca's laugh. Yeah, absolutely. So that's Sunlust. It doesn't need much of an explanation. It's pretty well-known WOD. And in case you're wondering, the main playtesters were, of course, a Slaughter Map enthusiast who made Chillax, a Slaughter Map enthusiast who made... I'm trying to remember the one. Rush? Was it Rush? He made Rush? Yeah. Who made Rush, and a Slaughter Mapper who made a bunch of other Slaughter Maps, who I haven't seen in this chat for years. Demonologists. So, and also uses the Resident Evil style text font. I don't know if it's called the Resident Evil style text font, but it looks very similar to it. You will get burned when playing Sunlust. So yeah, I guess it's time to talk about the Ironman League. Very briefly, there's no Uncle Bowl tonight because it's already over. And for those who are curious, Mutt has indeed given me his list of maps to play. So just to let you know, and then a time, Ian Mutt has finally delivered his list of Doom maps for me to play. And they will be played at some point next week. I'll start going through them. There are quite a few from different projects. It's the next thing I'm going to play pretty much, even above the Hexen mod. As was agreed that I would play the list as soon as it was available, and I'll be doing just that next week. So, it should be fun to visit a bunch of AN maps and die all the times. Especially that fucking map in Isolation. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to visiting that one, but that's what I get for losing the Uncle Bowl. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that I'm not playing this under Uncle Bowl conditions. Imagine having to practice Sunlust to get a point. It would be terrible. Practicing Sunlust to get a fucking point in a contest. So, with that in mind, there's two more things I want to say before I start my run, which may last 10 minutes. Number one, this pick is fucking terrible. And I'm going to say that straight up. This is a horrible, horrible, disgusting, terrible pick by Daerik. And I can't believe he actually fucking went through with this in the way that he did. Yeah. I am going to stick to that opinion for one simple reason. I don't mind the pick of Sunlust because there have been difficult map sets chosen before. What I do mind, however, is that this is a Sunlust pick with no 1 credit rule setting. And that really irks me a bit, as someone who's played every Ironman. Now, I know obviously this is me getting a little issue over the Ironman League, but the bottom line is that I have played 2 map sets in the league's history, Stardate 20xc6 and Combat Shock by Rivix and Danny Blubinger. In both of those cases, there was a rule set called the 1 credit rule. The 1 credit rule basically indicates that if you die on Ultraviolence, you can then play on Hurt Me Plenty. And if you die on Hurt Me Plenty, you can then... If you die on Ultraviolence, you can pistol start the map you died on Hurt Me Plenty and try again. If you then die on Hurt Me Plenty, you can then pistol start the map and on Hey Not Too Rough. And after that point, you then get a score. And the players who died in more maps, who got further before dying on Ultraviolence would score higher than those who died on Ultraviolence on map 1 but then made to map 20 on the lowest difficulty available. And the idea of this rule that was brought in was that it gave map sets that are well known for their difficulty, like Sunlust, which is well known for its difficulty, it gave players a chance to not immediately die on the first map and be done in 2 minutes, and have a shitload of boring obituaries of everyone who isn't a fucking expert level tier player or gets lucky or practices a chance to play a bit longer in an Ironman month. And it was a great idea. It meant that, I could have a bit more fun with Stardate. I had a bit more fun with Combat Shock because of it. I wasn't immediately just expected to beat tricky map sets on the highest difficulty when there was the difficulty option available. But for some reason, Daerik decided not to implement this rule in a map set that has difficulty options. I'd really like an explanation for why. Upset I got one. He basically just thought it's an Iron Man wall. You're supposed to survive on Ultraviolence. I'm sorry, Daerik, but that for me is a really bad decision. It's really shitty, I wouldn't mind if Sunlust was hard and intense and had no difficulty options, but the fact is it does. It has difficulty options, and it would have been real nice for a lot of players, I suspect, if they had difficulty choices, if they could drop down on Hurt Me Plenty upon a single death and maybe play a bit more, it would have been interesting to see some extended runs perhaps, instead of just, I missed the Sunlust, I could survive my own map set, although I can't. It's all about survival on Ultraviolence in one of the most difficult map sets of the fucking century. This is fun, apparently. Incredibly fun. A time estimate of 0 to 6 hours. I think that for most players that's about 0 to 6 minutes. And I guarantee you that most players on this have probably died on the first few maps and barely got past map 1. All because we don't have this 1cc rule that means that it's all just, are you a good player? Then you'll survive long. Everyone else can go fuck yourselves. Die on map 1. I don't care. And, yeah. That's my 2 cents on it. You should have picked the 1 credit rule. The Ironman League this year has been fucking all over the place and it's been terribly run. It's been terribly run. And I will even admit that my own map choice was poor, to some extent. Firebox wasn't a great pick. It was a selfish, egotistical pick, designed for the laughs. And yeah, I could have applied the 1 credit rule, since I had difficulty options, perhaps. But my map was 1 map smaller and isn't as brutal as Sunlust's, honestly. If you go in slightly prepared, you could do okay. Yeah, it's also 1 map, If you want to practice it, you're more than welcome. You know, this has been the year where the Ironman League had World Orifice as a Ironman pick. World Orifice. What the fuck happened to the consistency of this fucking contest? It's because it went all communal. It's because we had different people subbing in, and then suddenly we've got stupid picks like Sunlust with no one credit rule and fucking World Orifice. That is absolutely disgraceful. You know, this is why the fucking Ironman League is fucking trash now. It's why people stopped fucking running it, and the interest is dying out, because month upon month, it makes me so mad, because I remember when the league was good. That's my point. Bugs me. World Orifice was a pick in an Ironman. I can't believe that. I raised it before it was even done, and the response I got on the Discord was simply, well, it's Ironman, I'm sticking to ultraviolence. That's it. I have raised it, but no, you know. Yeah, I have actually mentioned this several times, and I get it, you know. That's how I feel, you know. I'm not trying to shit on Daerik. I know he's a good person. I know he's entitled to his choice, and that's fine. But it just shows that the Ironman League's consistency has disappeared off a cliff. I used to enjoy the Ironman League because of the variety. I really did. That's why I'm getting this angry about it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cause drama. I'm not trying to be a shithead or anything. I genuinely feel this way, and I want to get it out there a little bit. You know, I want to see consistency in this thing. And therefore, that's my second suggestion. I want there to be a consistent host. And I want it to be Pegleg or Scotty. But Scotty doesn't want to do it. So I think Pegleg should run the Ironman League. My proposition is that the Ironeagle should be completely scrapped. And that he should take over the Ironman instead and run that. That way he gets to run the premier Ironman thing, we get some consistency, and we might actually be able to get some map sets that are more fun more regularly, instead of these weird, bizarre picks where somehow World Orifice gets chosen. All this with no one credit rule. That's my honest suggestion, and I'm not the only person to have mentioned it. It was also mentioned in the Discord for the Ironman. It was suggested that one person should perhaps run this, and I would vote for Pegleg. I can't remember who suggested it, but basically, because the Ironeagle suffers from lack of participation, I think, and Pegleg has been willing to run it for 3 years now, I think that Pegleg should get rid of the Ironeagle, take over the Ironman, and run it. And that's it. And he can do whatever he wants, and then we have at least some consistency. Because Pegleg's picks have been kind of all over the place in terms of difficulty, and I think they've been reasonable. I think that'd be great. I think that's what the Ironman League wants, because I enjoy the Ironman League. I really do, you know. I don't enjoy it when I have to play stupid fucking Sunlust on Ultraviolence. I don't even enjoy it when I have to play Resurgence on Ultraviolence, but at least Resurgence on Ultraviolence doesn't start off right away with the pain. Also, Resurgence doesn't have difficulty things, I don't think. I can't remember, but, you know, that was also... Blech. I mean, I would have said Scotty, because Scotty's picks in the 2 months prior with the Glaive 1 and 2 and the Eye were actually good picks, and I enjoyed both of those. You know, they felt like the kind of maps I would see from the Ironman League in the past, you know. Stuff that is fairly challenging, but isn't ridiculously difficult. You know, even from a blind perspective. You know, I mean, if... This year, we've had Sawdust. Okay, Sawdust was rejected maps from Valiant. That was fine. Who ran that month? Reaper AA. Okay, that was fine. Then Alien Vendetta. Okay, that was the most popular one, and Daerik also roasted that one. Alien Vendetta is fine, because Alien Vendetta isn't that difficult, per se. Well, it is, but it's a decent megawatt to cover, you know. Then in March we have Criticality and Miasma, which is basically two very hard map sets. Criticality is absolutely super brutal, and Miasma is a bit more lenient, and you swap them together. I was just, why is Criticality in there? Miasma would have been enough. Then you have World Orifice, which is the worst fucking pick I have ever seen in my life. You know, I can't believe World Orifice was even fucking seriously propositioned after having played that shit. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. If this communal thing keeps up, I'm gonna take a month and I'm just gonna request Chillax without any mods and just say play that. And then just fucking quit. That will be my Ironman League, fuck you. I'll pick Chillax there, play that. You're not allowed to play multiplayer. There. And I will do it. I will pick something so ridiculously hard that finally people will get fed up with it. And that was just, you know, that's the worst pick. I'm sorry. You know, I mean, you know, not to shit on Rufy too much. He wants to try and be experimental, but that was a terrible choice. Probably. Or modified. Then you had Violence, which was picked by DT. That was a fine choice. Short map set, no problem. Then there was Firebox by me in... You know, I was being a bit egocentric, honestly, with picking Firebox, but I did it for the laughs. At least my map set was one map, you know. And to be fair, a good amount of people did survive that and made some progress. It wasn't... You could have practiced it. It was respectable. Yeah, a lot of people died early on, but it wasn't terrible, I don't think. Scythe 2 was fine. I had no problems with Scythe 2. Reaper AA again chose something good. Resurgence was fucking hard. B-Dubs requested that one. Fucking Dubs requested Resurgence of all things. I mean, granted, you know, that should have been the hardest pick of the year. But look at that. The furthest person fucking survives up to map 16. There wasn't even an all clear. Yeah, at least Dubs actually updated the leaderboard. That was nice. And then the Eye was fine, and Glaive and Glaive 2 were fine. Yeah. So, those are my two thoughts. You know, I want to make these points. One, I don't like this Iron Man pick because there's no rule that allows players to fucking drop down in difficulty. And two, I think Pegleg needs to run the Iron Man from now on. I mean, allow someone to take over in December and close the year out with one more communal pick. After that, Pegleg needs to run this. Or somebody. One person. Hell, I'll fucking do it. You know, I seem to care about this too much. Maybe I should just do it. As tempting as that is, though, I actually have a lot of other things to do, so I don't have the time. But I'm tempted. Do I have the time, though? Well, that's the problem. And quite a problem quite a few other people had. It's time consuming. But, you know, am I just caring too much for an Iron Man, but I shouldn't really care? But this is my thoughts, you know. I mean, feel free to tell me if I'm just being a dumbass and I should just shut up and play, but you know, I care about the leagues. I've taken part in it since its inception. I like the idea. I just don't like these inconsistencies. I don't know. I'm sort of just venting a bit. So, sorry. I don't mean to be mean to Daerik, you know. You know, I'm not shitting on Daerik. I'm just saying his pick is poor in this case, and that's it. So, yeah. I thought I'd just get that out there on a stream so that people can poke and prod at it later. Alright. Yes, I think that was a bit longer than I expected, but I wanted to get it off my chest. We're on a tangent for 15 minutes. So anyway, for this month, we have to play on Boom Strict compatibility. For this one. Okay, Bridge, you can come back now. Bridge, come back. Come back, Bridge, better. Oh god. Oh my god. I've scared everyone off with my angry ranting. That was probably the angriest I've been for a while. That probably says something. I've been quite chill lately, but tonight I needed to get some off my chest. Right. Hey, Helm 2. How's it going? Right, so. Boom strict. Yes, I think it's I'm not the type of person who likes to shit on people. I just like to vent, get it out, and then we move on. So, I can't say this is blind, but I won't say it's prepared. Is there a category where it's like, I haven't played this in 5 years, but I kind of know what to expect? Painful death or something? Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, this is map 1, Chasing Suns. Music is Journal from the game Flashback. This was made by both the mappers. According to the notes here, it says, Danny provided the core layout for this one, and then Rubik skinned it up and added gameplay and additional scenery. Not much else to say, it's a short and straightforward opener. Yeah, sure it is. Danny Babinga then says, this map was meant to be the first map in Combat Shock 3 until Rubix and I started working together. He tweaked the gameplay and pimped the map. A cute map starting with a BFG. Well, here we are. You can see everything's color coordinated. Sun's orange. I don't even remember what happens though on this map, so I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the Ironman League rules. So basically, you play Iron Man, you go on one life, and then you die, and that's it. You don't get to save. It's one run on Ultra Violence. By the way, this is considered a straightforward opener. A straightforward opener by fucking Rubik's standards. Of course he's at the front of these guys. Yeah, the thing is, Telm, I don't really care if I die. I've got bigger fish to fry than playing Sunlust for long periods. Is that chain gonna start firing at any point? Ever? Straight forward. Fucking shotgun failed me twice. Ugh. I'll just be happy getting through map 1, to be honest. Anything after that is a bonus, I suppose. Straight forward. That doesn't mean anything. No enemies spawning around me as soon as I grab the fucking secret? How generous of you. Straight forward. No, Rivix, that is not straightforward. This is map 2. Down through by Dane. The music is Magician Type 0 from the game House of the Dead. I wanted to make a map that was set indoors all the way through. It kind of feels like the typical early Nukage map in a Megawad, which is quite nice. The AV reviving corpses trick is made by crushing barrels in dummy sectors that kills monsters, who after Geth gets teleported. The AV reviving corpses trick is made by crushing barrels in dummy sectors that kills monsters who have to... Whatever. 10 dead enemies, but... Look at that bouncing lights. I did it, for now. So at least I'm not dead on map 1. Wow. Appears so, Helm. For now. Didn't actually want to fall down there, but whatever. Yeah, I'll say suspicious corpses. That would have been the trick that Danny was referring to at the beginning.
What the heck is this? Hug Cherry. Okay. Hello, Cherry. Look, I'm playing Sunlust. Look, I've met your friends.
Hey, no, stop it! No, stop hugging the screen. Me, 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 me. Yeah, he's stuck in place. What's up with him? Me, 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 me. What do you mean he's meditating? I have to kill him. Me, 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 me. But I have to kill him. Me, 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 me. Fine, I won't kill him. Only for you. Go back in your closet. No! Go back in your closet. Alright. What is this? It's stuck. Weird. Oh. Oh, what a shocking turn of events. Hey, pineapple. How you doing? Part of the Cacodemons collision box is stuck in the wall. I don't think it was stuck before, but it is now stuck. Look how ominous that looks. Man. Yeah, this is part of the Ironman League, Pineapple. That's the only reason I'm playing Sunlust right now. I thought I'd already be dead, to be honest. The stream is a bit longer than it is running because I had a bit of a rant at the start about things, but we're moving on now. Just a bit. I mean, this is like, I hate to admit it, but this isn't the most brutal opening 2 maps I expected. I mean, it is, but it's not immediately super punishing, that is, but it's definitely a killer. No doubt about it. And it helps going into this map with some weapons. You know. But I was expecting to already be dead, honestly. But we're to map 3. How long can we go on for, I wonder? In before I fucking end up making it to map 12 or something, and this goes on until like 10 o'clock at night. Poker practice? Nah, Sunlust wants your attention. So this is Forgotten Shrine by Rubix. The music is The Hall of Colossia from the game Secret of Evermore. My goal for this map was to use the textures of maps 1 and 2 in a more natural setting. I also wanted a layout with a lot of verticality. So I don't need to tell you that Sunlust does look very nice. I mean, it's hard, but it's a very nice looking WOD. You know, a lot of detail and effort was put into the traps and, well, everything really. I almost got all of that without running into any problems. I may have to start owing Daerik more apologies if this continues. as we go on. Okay, I got a secret berserk, I guess. I just jinxed myself. Nah, I'm sticking to my guns. So am I to get through 2 maps. I still say this should have been the 1 credit rule. Without doubt. Trust me, the first real trap that Sunlust offers, that'll be the end of the thing. It's like a fake out there or something. Oh god, this might be it. Oh god, this is it. This is the tribute to that one part of Protonia, I think. Oh, that's why I didn't get stuck in there. I happened to target the correct enemy and shut open the gate release. Otherwise, you are meant to be stuck in there for a bit. Well, I was lucky, because I was just waiting for the chain gunners, in as in plural, to arrive. But there was just one. Huh, I was lucky. Nice backpack. Anyway, how you doing tonight, Pineapple? It's all going well for you? Another shoot squish. Is that... Is there a prize down there? That looks like an inescapable to me. Well, that took a bit of beating. Right, well, we're not dead somehow. I don't quite know how that happened, but... Still plenty of time for that to happen, though. Mind. Fucking come down! Jeez. Bad. Okay, we got lucky there. I guess. There, I think. And what, pray tell, did that accomplish? Well, we have the arrow key, I guess. Guess we can go back in here and heal up a bit. Fuck off. Can I go now? Thanks. Really like that. Yeah, time for the mancular situation is right. Oh! Level over. Hey, 1.5 near-death situations there, but we're still going. Holy crap, how long is this gonna go on for? I actually thought I'd be done with both the Ironmans by now and be playing some poker practice, but instead, we're still going. So, and a very familiar MIDI. So this was made by both the mappers. The music is Desk Lamp by Stuart Rinn. Danny Bubinga says, the old map 4 obviously sucked and got thrown into the wastebasket that's called Summer 69. I took the best and most functioning parts of the old map 4 and tied them together with a new middle section. The theme is slightly changed and it got a fancy space sky to fit with map 5. Vivix made most of the texturing and the cool detailing in the center area, and Vivix adds a brief indoor romp followed by a much beloved freaky gathering. Poor man's non-linearity. Damn, how far are you in this match of Iron Man now? We are on map 4 with one of the most, well, more recognizable minis that come out of Sunlust. Although I think of this as more of an Ancient Aliens thing, to be honest. But it did start in Sunlust. Guess I'm gonna be dead then, Helm. Wait a minute. I seem to remember this map being... maybe it was a different one. That somebody was maxing or something. Look at that cool space guy. It is a good MIDI. Of course it's a paid sector. What was I expecting? Mega Sphere in the middle. Oh boy, I died on map 4. Well, thank you. Bye. Thank God that's over. Fucking Sunlust. Nearly made it through. Oh well, died to a chain gunner. Boo-hoo. Good. Stop playing Sunlust. Next. I fucking nearly made it too, but I don't care. Ugh. Oh, I seem to have lost the follower. Oh well. Far ahead than most, I think. Yeah, I guess I got a bit unlucky there. I thought maybe I could actually pull it off, but I took too much. That stupid Hell Knight shot costed me. That Mega Spear would have been a line for survival, but it doesn't matter. There's no Uncle Bo, so, you know, I'm actually just surprised I didn't die on map 1, to be honest. So dying on map 4 is way better than my expectations, you know. I was not expecting to get even that far. Right, so let's move on to the next one, shall we? I need to load this up in PR Boom, so give me a second here. While I do just that. Shouldn't take long to boot. I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. So we get Geo Boom up for this one. Okay, thank you. I just need some info text. No, this is not Spectrum anymore. This is whoop. Oh, no name. All right. So, yeah, Sunlust is still brutally hard, and I still think it needs 1 credit setting. But yeah, Sunlust obviously is a very good WOD. It doesn't really need a. I don't really need to talk about it. You know, you could go watch my old playthrough, and you see me go through a lot more suffering. Sunlust is a well-made WOD, but it's a hell of a painful one. But great. Well, this will be also over quickly then. But so this is Old No Name, the 37th, which means 3 years and 1 month for Pegleg, who I think should be the next Ironman host. But yeah, a 4-map boom compatible set created by Octavium. So it's 4 maps only. There's only, so let's look at the text for this one. So this came out in June 2015, same year as Sunlust. Its description just states 4 levels for boom format using darkening 2 textures. Tested by Demon of the Well, Dobu Gabu Maroon, Scythister 42. Still wonder whatever happened to Scythister 42. He just disappeared. Music, there's some music credits here. Just the name doesn't actually credit the name of the WOD, MIDI or whatever it is, just where the game it comes from. Just 3 games, and there's a Jimmy MIDI on map 4 if we get to that point. That's really it. So that's the whole thing for this one. So the Ironeagle. Oh, sorry, I need to actually link the Ironeagle. So the Ironeagle is similar to the Ironman League, where you also play something on 1 life, and once you die, that's it. The only difference here is that in the Ironeagle, you can choose your difficulty settings. So you can choose to either do a run on Ultraviolence, a run on Hurt Me Plenty, or a run on Hey Not Too Rough, and there are individual leaderboards for each difficulty. And in the very early days of the Ironeagle, it only accept PR Boom demos, which is the reason why I play them on PR Boom. However, after about 5 or 6, Pegleg saw some sense and dropped that restriction, and now you could record streams. But I've kept the edition and also use it to get some PR Boom practice with the vanilla Doom gameplay. So I play every Ironeagle on PR Boom for practice reasons. I have a feeling I'm going to owe Daerik an apology at some point later next week. Maybe. I feel like I was a bit harsh earlier, but I still stand by my point. John, guess what? Hey, Forgettable Pyromaniac, what's up? With all caps. Finally finished your damn WOD, so tired. Congratulations, Forgettable Pyromaniac. You finished your WOD. Feel free to link the release in the chat if you want. I'm sure all 11? Wow, I didn't think there'd only be 11 people, honestly. I guess there's a lot of Doom streams out tonight or something. Or maybe people don't care for the Ironeagle, I don't know. Well, all 11 people, regardless, will be interested in seeing your WOD, I'm sure. So, Jimmy... Oh, okay, Jimmy's streaming. Well, Jimmy's streaming, he's doing play testing. I can't compete with Jimmy. That's where we're at these days. I have to compete with Jimmy, STX Vile, Coincidente, and fucking Ostinado. I'm screwed. This is the problem I have. You know, there's better options for people now. You know, I'm just this... I used to be a lot angrier, but I'm trying to get more chill. I used to just be this... You know, I was only really probably ever popular because I was the only option. Now there's like other options, and people are realizing maybe that, yeah, we can just watch them instead. Maybe, but you know. Breaking Ground, Breaking What? Alright, a final release. Let's have a look at this one before we start playing. Oh, okay, this was August the 5th, but I guess that was the beginning of the thread. Release kind of one, release to what now? Oh, wow, a 32 map megawatt, huh? The 32 level world by yours truly has been through a bunch of iterations. I want to make it fun, stupid, tight as hell. Eventual inspiration for this was the early levels of Hell Revealed, where it's incredibly simple in design but really fun to play. Don't expect this WOD to be a looker. Most of the levels I made gave me a late 90s feel when everyone was getting good at mapping, but they haven't quite gone out of the boxy rooms quite yet. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. So lots of updates, and then, jeez, man. No, you posted a lot in this thread, but not really a lot of interest for this one. In terms of just post, anyway. I feel kind of bad. Maybe I should play this. I'm going to put this on my bookmark bar and think about it a little bit. Oh, we're up to 16 now. Yeah, you're here. That's all that counts. Yeah, I know. I'm just getting used to the fact, you know. I mean, you know, obviously I understand that, you know, things have changed in the streaming landscape for Doom. You know, I was once one of the few streamers. Now there's loads of them. There are better options. Why watch somebody who doesn't create maps or has years of experience or isn't a speedrunner and just gets angry at stupid shit all the time, but passionately actually tries to provide objective gameplay feedback and just play test a little bit and tries to be entertaining without being too obnoxious, I hope. There's just better options, you know, these days. There's more choice for people to indulge in. And that's the thing, you know, the competition has increased. I have to accept that. I have to accept the fact that chat interactions are a bit different than they used to be a few years ago, and I have to sort of adapt or just die off, you know. I mean, if I never make the 2,000 follower mark and I just start going downwards, that means I've had my peak, I've had my run, and I just have to accept it and see what happens next, I guess. This is something I'll go over more in the sweet state for December, because I am, well, I'd say slightly concerned about it in a sense, but I don't know. It's something I think I'll need to have a look at. Probably need to look at some metrics as well, to be honest, but I am slightly piqued by it. Anyway, don't want to go on another 25-minute tangent. So, yeah, I might take a look at that Forgettable Pyromaniac. I will see. But it will have to wait until after the AN Mutt punishment map streams, which will be next. But I'll add it to my thingy list. You know, it seems like no one gave it a... I mean, it's 32 maps there. I feel like it deserves somebody playing it, at least. You know, it does... That's what it screams. Anyway, so I've never actually played Old Node Name. I have no idea what to expect. I think I heard of it once, but I've never played this before, I don't think. So I really don't know what we're in for with this one. So... yeah, let's see how we do. So, oh shit, I forgot to check the compatibility was correct. It should be on comp level 9. And it isn't. That's not a good start. Okay, it needs to be comp level 9, not 2, as I had set. Now we're set properly. There we go. Okay, alright. Alright. So, I've never played this before. I don't know what... It could be difficult, it could be easy. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't say what I just said before out of self-loathing, by the way. I'm more... I know I've done a few nice things for the Doom community over the years, but I also know that sometimes people have momentum and then it fades away, and I just feel at the moment that my momentum has completely disappeared off a cliff, and it just sucks having to adapt to that a bit. But, you know, adapt I shall. But I don't worry, I don't intend to stop streaming, even if I was to lose followers every day. As long as I have a decent audience of people who put up with my shit, I will continue streaming. Because numbers don't really matter in the long run. Elementary was mostly dead too. Yeah, I just wonder if maybe streaming in general has changed, or whether it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't want to dwell on this too much, but it kind of feels like streaming interaction, and I don't just notice this on my stream, but other streams too. But I seem to remember a time where, like a few years ago, if someone was streaming and had about 30, 40 viewers, you'd have a lot of people talking, and there'd be a lot of conversation. So there'd be small down periods, but you'd have people obviously talking about what's going on. There'd be like every 2 minutes or something like that. And it feels like as of recently, maybe this last year or something like that, even on other streams when I watched Bridge Burner with like 30 people, or other streamers who have about the same level that we sometimes get, it just feels like sometimes the interaction is just, you have large periods of quiet time. And then, you know, maybe someone pipes up every 20, 30 minutes or something. And I actually thought that originally when this happened to me, I thought that I was way off. I was doing something so wrong or something, and people were just not wanting to talk to me or talk in the chat, although they did sometimes. But then I've watched it in so many other streams as well. And it feels like there's, like, I don't know if people have just got used to the idea of lurking and not saying much at times. I know people get busy, but it does feel it has felt a bit weird in a couple of Doom streams, you know, the ones where people show up, and I've got like 20, 30 people, and I could be sat in a silent chat for half an hour. But the thing is, I watch other streams, and they have the same thing. It's not uncommon, and I don't know if it's, I can't explain it. It's like a trend towards people lurking more, or just letting the streamer play the game and having it as background noise more, or I don't know. I mean, it always feels a bit weird sometimes, you know, like I stream on Dope Lives, and that's a community site, so there's always people talking about other stuff in the background, maybe not watching the stream, but I definitely remember in the past where people would interact more, I don't know, just chat more or whatever, and now, I don't know. Maybe it's because there's like people on Discords doing other things or multitasking or whatever. I don't know. That's just a general feeling I get, you know. So I have to sort of adapt to that, the fact that I can be playing for 20, 30 minutes, no one will say anything, and then someone will pipe up when something cool happens, I guess. You know. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on very tangenty tonight. I'm very sorry. I should just be playing the game. Right, let's just play on Ultraviolence. Let's see what we're in for. I'm sorry, is that a Revenant in front of my face? Super Tazar. That is a Revenant to my immediate right. What? How you doing, Goofy? And the music here is Breath of Fire 3. Oh, good God. This could be a very quick... Jesus Christ! Fucking opening! Wow! 2 Revenants right off the bat? Oh my... Oh, thank God there's an infight. Wow. There's a 3rd Rev too, somewhere. 2 more to come as well. Oh my God. Ah! What the fuck? How did the ref punch me there?
It turns out Sunlust to be the easier one. Yeah, straightforward. Two revs, more. Oh my god. I'll be lucky if I survive this map. I'll say that right now. There are so many revs to deal with. So many cacos that could assist. You know, if only they would. They are trying. Whoa. Whoa. Nice. Oh god. Oh god. No! Fuck's sake. Oh, of course it's fucking hit scans and an arch vial. And I'm dead. Yeah, okay, fuck you. That's some fucking hard shit. Fuck off. Great. I'm not even gonna count the fucking kills there. I died to a chain gunner because reasons. Right. That's 2 chain gunner deaths. Good. What a piece of shit that was. Don't play that one blind. Don't play that one on ultraviolence. Jesus Christ, that was brutal. I'm surprised I survived as long as I did. You're supposed to add up the monster count kills, but I don't care. Whatever. Right, well, that's the end of the Doom for tonight. Doom is over. So overall, Sunlust I got further, and oh, no name is brutally hard and punishing. Maybe I should have played on a lower difficulty, but you know, it's fine. Not too fussed. Right. So at this point, if you were just here for the Doom stuff, I want to thank you for coming. Next week, I will be playing through Mutt's map choice. There will be some Mutt maps coming up in the future from Mr. Mutt. I'll be starting that next week as soon as possible. Obviously. So, ooh, excuse me. There is that. But, so, at this point, I'm going to be switching into poker because I have a regional final tomorrow to look forward to. I have a regional final to play, which should be good, hopefully. I have had a lot of practice with poker recently. Oh, we need to get some music up as well. We need a music or something, so bear with me while I generate some music. We're not going to go for the synth wave of last time. I think we'll go back to an older one that I had, something I know was pretty good. So, gonna go back to this cyberpunk industrial darkwave mix for this. So I'm gonna take a quick piss break, and when I come back, I'm gonna be playing at least one sit and go to keep practicing for the regional. So I will be back in a moment. Alright, and I am back. Sorry, I just want to check something for a moment. Thank you to the 13 people who have stuck around. Oh, Liverpool won 4-0. Okay, that's cool. I just wanted to check the Liverpool-Arsenal result, just curious to see how it played out. But yeah, thanks to the 13 people who have stuck around from the transition from Doom to poker. I think a few of you like these poker streams, so I'm going to keep doing them as long as I have an interest in the poker. So, we are down to $22.90, essentially just shy of 23. So of our $25 buy-in, we've already down 8. I guess with the cent difference, technically 9 of the 100 possible. And still awaiting that first cash in on one of these tournaments. So seems to be a lot of hyper tournaments for bigger events later on, but I don't want to play hyper, to be honest. So I'm going to stick to the regular times because these games are fast enough, honestly. So I'm playing a 25-cent no-limit hold'em game, which starts off with 18 but does go up to 45 pretty quick, and we will be playing this one. So here we go, and we will see how this goes. Doesn't take us long for the game to get into the game itself, and we are following a tag strategy. For those who don't know, tight and aggressive, which is suggested for players to play at this kind of level of the game. It basically means we'll be playing selective good hands, and we'll be playing them aggressively when we get them to try and maximize profits. And because it is assumed that people at this play are mostly very loose players who don't know really how to play too greatly, or it will vary quite a bit. I mean, it's 20. This is the lowest sit and go stake level. It's not a rebuy or a tournamenty thing or hyper. So Tarakan 1980. Oh dear God, isn't that the name of a trio of series that Dobbs loves? Tarakan. So here we go. Let's see how we do tonight. The last bit of poker practice before the regional poker final tomorrow. Which is why I won't be streaming tomorrow, unless I bust out early. Well, if I bust out early and I'm home by like 6 or 7 o'clock, then I might stream, but I am hoping not to do that. I am hoping to be in there for a while and able to play. So it's a big deal. The winner of the regional final does get to go to Las Vegas. The first hand, we have a bit of an escalation there. Ooh, wow, that's a flop that suits the spade. Draw, ace, or king is probably going all in here. And after all that, a min bet of 80. That's very fishy. Nope, here we go. Blood was shed, 10s versus ace-jack. The spade does not come in, ace-jack holds. A bit surprised the 10 called there, even though they had a spade. They didn't necessarily have the best spade either. I mean, the player has re-raised your raise pre-flop and a jack there, and you only have 10s. They only have to have a king or a queen or an ace of spades to be better. That's a really daft call. Push you behind to the jack. So yeah, they just basically were gambling that the spade draw was enough, and well, clearly it wasn't. I mean, you look at the situation there. Not great to be really doing that. I mean, they bet 80 after that, You might as well just have checked. Maybe the player was probably going to jam anyway at this level, but they might have avoided that. Anyway, it is what it is. That's their choice. Is there anyone still in the chat who's alive, by the way? Feel free to say hi. Any poker fans in the chat? Anyone who plays poker? I know, Lord Misfit, you do not. If you're still here. Hello, Pineapple. Hi. I'm sorry that we didn't play Fortnite this weekend.
I might have played it this afternoon if you were about, but I was busy with things. Unfortunately, we had to get a new coat at one point. Went to the gym, so I was a little busy this afternoon. Alas. Alright, we have a 5-8 versus 9 jack. Oh, the person with the 5 won. Alright, we have pocket freeze here, middle position, so we're going to call, and with the intention of calling a sensible raise, but 3xing probably not. This is within our calling range. Okay, this is not even priced in. If this person folds, I might as well just fold too. We're getting 120 on a call. This is just shy of 3-1. That's a 7x raise. I'm out of position to this person as well. I'm basically would be banking on hitting a 3. So I'm going to fold. The flop would have been semi-favorable, but this person's going to charge heavy for any ace-x range, and they'll probably charge... Okay, half pot, not the biggest. And essentially, given how they've been a decent-sized raise, I would expect them to have an ace, at least maybe an overpair. I mean, they could have 7s, anything. I'm behind. But if they have an ace, they're not folding it, so I have to pretty much connect with a 4 and bust them. And the 4 does indeed come. But Daerik is in trouble. Oh wow, they had a set. They actually had that was actually a good fold then pre-flop. They actually had a pair. Jack 10 off, not quite in range, even under the gun. The other player had 9s. Both players had under pairs to the ace. He bet out as the aggressor on 8s. Got lucky on the turn. And just kind of bankrolled it. Not sure why the 9s continued to, or even shoved all in there in that case. They must have been trying to bluff the ace, but he's not going to bluff trips. Wow, we're getting bloodshed early here. Another player's gone. That was 3 players in the first 5 or so hands. Already gone. Okay. So, on the table tonight, we have the Belarusian Bogic, Branko Naui from Brazil, Cross 40 from Poland, an Irish Brewery, re-raise, which means I'm folding. I would have called the value there with ace 8 king. Vinicio Power from Brazil, who has 25k real money hands experience. The Dubs' favourite Wad Tarakan 1987. I'm sure he'd be thrilled that there's that many out. From Russia. And Kotopi from Brazil, who is a tiger. Yeah, we'll get around to it. I mean, I don't know if I'll stream it or not when I do, but I did promise you at least one game of Fortnite. And you'll get it. Probably next week. So we're down to 42 players, and I think all 3 of the eliminated players have been on this table previously. So, you know. Chomp, 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 chomp. Oh, boy. Okay. We're gonna call here, hoping there's not a 3x. Look to hit a 5. Out of position to 2 players, so, you know. It's basically hit a 5 or we just don't continue the hand. It's very easy to play. Rurai obviously has a piece of this board and would be inclined to continue. Looks like Bogic also has a piece of the board. And ouch! We hit a set on the turn. That would have been lucrative, but as I said, the plan was always, you know, it's not like we're on a board. We'll pretty much be at, look at that, they had an ace and a king split. I would have made a bit of money there, but essentially, while it's a small bet, I'm essentially calling off 70 to hit a 2-outer. Sure, I got it that time, but long term, you know, I don't have any other options. It's not like I can hit a straight or a flush. It's essentially hit a 5 or don't, you know. And 70 to hit 5, it wasn't worth it. I think in the long run I don't hit a 5 most of the time there, and I just throw away 70 chips for nothing. Where it's like not worth it, you know. It's not like I have an overpair to the board or a pair that I like could bend into a straight or something. It was just a 5 and nothing else. Pog jump, yeah. So, you know. Anyway, getting a few small pairs tonight so far. I've not had any luck with any of them. This is going to be another. This is already not well. I should be used to not starting out by immediately getting into the position of bogging and I'm going to double up in the first few hands. I should be used to having to fold most of my stuff and wait. Wasn't quite the case in last night's live game though. For the first 90 minutes I actually got a bunch of decent hands and I got involved quite a bit. I was actually able to get involved with a bunch of decent hands. Didn't get paid for most of them, but I did get paid for 2, which was enough to put me into for the first time in a while, in a first hour or first session of poker play, I was actually ahead of the average stack. I actually had played alright. So, you know, I was, again, since we're middle position, I don't really want to raise here. I want to try. That means you should fuck off, Bogic. Don't raise some stupid shit like 200. Wow, they're tanking here. I'm suspicious that means they. Oh no, you know, I'm folding here. They tanked. I'm very suspicious of a 3x. No, they didn't do it. Oh well, we missed the flop anyway. Would have had some. I was very suspicious of that behavior. I felt like they were trying to decide whether they'd flatten. It just smelled like a fucking flimp raise type of hand. Maybe trying to, and that might have been like their intention. They could have been distracted, but in any event, we would have whiffed the flop pretty badly, so it's fine. Maybe I should reconsider. I mean, yeah. Any overbets on a 9, you know, I'd have been drawing to a 5. I would have had to have committed a good chunk of stack just to get to it. I think that was fine. What we chose to do there. We're probably gonna have to stop. We're probably gonna have to stop playing the slow pairs passively. We're gonna have to raise one of them just to maybe they'll fuck off or something. But obviously, just fling it. Or at least if we're going to flat, make sure we're not in the middle of the fucking position. Because this guy sure loves a raise. And has way more stack than me. Not a great spot to have the biggest blind in the table. Nay, biggest blind in the whole tournament at this stage on your left. A guy who can essentially decide at any point to jam on you and still have half their stack left. So we may have to tighten up our play a bit more, or at least expect them to raise a bit, because they are doing it quite a bit. So I think we're going to have to... It's the kind of situation where I would almost want to limp and trap with the and when with an expected raise, 3x and snap them a bit. But first we have to get the hand to cooperate. Something like that. Okay, so as usual, not getting anything, still waiting for a good opportunity to be able to do anything. Okay, Queen 10 off is outside of our tag range, but value may be appreciated here. Small blind is calling. So that gives us enough value to proceed. We miss, unfortunately. But I think the value was there. It was 60 into 60 into 240. It's 4 to 1. You know, hit the right board again. We would make it big, especially since
But just checks. Not going to put another dime here, and Buggett's probably going to win another pot with some aggression or with an ace. And the thing is that I can't, at this stage, if he has an ace, he's just not letting it go unless he's very clear that, you know, they doesn't want to let go of their aces. They'll hold on to them for dear fucking life. Alas. You know, players just cannot let go of those damn aces. Now, in this situation, we would not be getting value, and we're going to fold. Let's see what they do. What? They fold. This is already quite a depressing start. We've not won anything yet, and we've not really had much of anything either. Ugh. Well, it only takes one big double up or one good hand for us to get back into the contest. So, this early stage at least. Another time bank use on a... I don't quite understand. They must be busy or something. Keep getting distracted and wasting their time bank, which they don't get back. You know, once that time bank's gone, a 30-second could be critical later on when you need to make an actual decision. It's not suggested to waste it. Bets pot into a 6-8-2 board. This player likes to raise a little bit. Min raise though, but I'm not getting involved in that. And this guy's sitting out. Check to the raiser, who checks, and a small tiny bet. Are we playing play money? How weird, a small tiny bet on a board that has 2 diamonds on it. Now you know. Oh, 4 deuce just got there, but I don't know if anyone has 4 deuce. Cross was in the big blind, so you never know. They could have 4 deuce. They're certainly happy to keep betting. No, instead it's jack trade, and Suitepee had the better jack kicker. In a pot where not that much was lost, considering what could have happened. Due to the min raising earlier. Very, very weird. Not going to play 10-7 suited, mid position, and there is Buggett's jam. That's something they have done before, that's why I'm very wary. This also means I could, given that they have done this with 9s though, if I get a big hand against them, I am very happy to snap off. And you're going to have to call here because you priced in with your ace-jack and you've been caught with your pants down. Luckily you hit an ace on the river. But yeah, that was about the worst situation for ace-jack. Getting called with jacks. You know, one of your outs is gone straight away, so you have to hit an ace. Luckily he did. You bastard. Well, that puts us within the last... Well, that's 1 table down already. 1 to 4 tables now. So, we've got to move to a new table. In this one we have a Canadian CSD 0508, Zulu 125, who has from Argentina, who has 500,000 real money hands. A SpongeBob Crackerman 67 from Germany. Laggy 2301 also from Germany, showing off a car. Jovin R, who is from the UK and is sitting out. Guay Puelen from Brazil, who has got 50,000k money hands experience. And Barbie Turetes from the UK also, who likes a strong whiskey with their poker. And what I assume are some kind of... I don't know what that is. Wow, Ace King versus flop set. Oh, and we have Ace King on the big blind. Interesting. This is definitely a hand that we would be happy to 3x or even go all in with if this person was to do that.
this point. Why do I have a feeling this is going to be one of those where I just raise and take it, and I get nothing for ace king? Well, let's see what they do. If someone raises, I'm going to re-raise. I'm not letting this go cheaply. Even though it is just ace king suited, it is ace king suited. Well, no, this min bet stuff? No, I don't think so. Not when I've been waiting for a hand like this. I'm sorry, boys. We're going to need to raise this up to about 270. Serious hands only, please. If you jam, I will call, even if you have aces or kings. Okay, out of position. Well, there's only one player would be in position ahead of. Now, I'm going to have to jam here and hope they haven't flopped the set. They did not. I will take that gladly. I didn't see any further perceived value in that hand continuing. You know, I basically was hoping they'd have a shittier ace. I mean, they called a 3x. It's assumed they could be pretty serious. And also, I deliberately wanted to make it look like a donk bet where I go all in to trick them. But also, I just didn't want them to fucking, you know... I just wanted the damn pot there and then. Okay, ace 10 off is actually not in our range. And I'm not going to call for 15 more on the small blind. Not interested. So that was a nice win. We needed that win. I'm happy to lock it up and take the nearly 700 chip pot. Just what we needed. And I think we got all the value. I mean, on that board, you know, ace, king... You know, it's a rainbow flop, granted, but the player... I just wanted to basically either get them to call with a shittier ace or just not chase anything weird or something. I was more than happy just to take the pot down at that stage. So, that's fine. Use that aggression. Because, more than likely, if they have ace-queen, ace-jack, ace-10, they might call that, thinking pure and simple that they have an ace. I must bet ace. I have ace. I bet. And Zulu gets the 10-queen past the 5s. You know, again, people don't like to fold aces at this level, so my decision to jam is supposed to look weak. But it's not. You know, and anyone holding an ace there would probably have called. For all I know, he could have had queens or jacks and just missed. But I don't want them to hit a fucking queen or jack and then bust me, so whatever. Puts us back up a bit, and that's what we need. $34 left. I'm guessing Commander Space Cat's not here anymore. He's probably gone off to do stuff. Ooh, ace king off. Well, we will be raising this up. Mid position is a little different, but we will raise this to 250, I think. Really targeting maybe the short stacks here. Maybe they'll jam with worse. We'll see. Oh, the Canadian has reconnected with the big stack and seemingly thinking about this decision. And great. I'm fucking out of position against the one player I didn't want to be playing against. The one who can bust me. And I miss. Well, as is standard, we must c-bet. And he folds. He missed. Bluff went through. Good. I never liked that spot. I hate it so much. You have ace-king and you miss, but some of the time a c-bet gets through, because most of the time they might have missed as well. You know, I mean, even if he calls the... Okay, I don't have a spade out. I have a straight out. I mean, he could have had ace-10. Well, if he has ace-10 there, he's obviously going to jam on me, and I can fold. If he raises... Well, basically, given my stack size, his options there are either call to draw, or go all in and take the hand away. If he goes all in, I fold. Because he has something, obviously. And if he folds, which is great. So, you know, that's why you see bet. Because a good chunk of the time, if they're calling like that, they might have also missed. They could have had ace-queen and also missed. Which ends up being head anyway. Or a smaller pair, or whatever. Probably not an overpair there, because if they had an overpair to the board, I would suspect they'd continue one time. So it was probably something like queen, king, ace, queen, ace, jack. Something that wasn't really... I'd also missed. Which is why you see that. Because most of the time the aggression takes it down and they don't have anything. Oh wow, hits a flush, and there we go. Now, so we've switched to a new table, and suddenly we have 2 respectable wins. So that's good. In a much healthier position now for the head of the blind of play. Looking good, looking good. So, I have to ask you, Pineapple, I know you're still here, I think. How is the interaction in your chat? Just curious. You know, do you have periods of time as well where the chat goes silent for long periods? I mean, I've seen your chat a little bit, and sometimes it's hopefully cleaner. I mean, obviously, I'm just noticing a trend with streaming in general across different channels that I watch. There's like long periods of chat quietness these days, which I'm pretty sure didn't used to be around a few years ago. It's not like the chat is dead or anything. It's just that there's like periods where like nothing gets said for half an hour or something. But maybe oh, Ace King has smashed Ace Queen to pieces. Poor old Barbie, who's probably gonna have to go all in now. And as I have Ace 10 suited, I will be calling. Here we go. Here's the shove. Here's the shove. You don't have much left. You probably need to shove. Wow. I feared that, actually. I feared they were taking a bit too long. I mean, if I'm in their position, I'm just looking for the first hand to get it in with and get lucky. Especially since it's against one opponent, too. That's about as good as a spot as you're going to get. Oh, I guess they were just waiting for the next hand to get something. Fair enough. They might have like complete crap. They didn't want to stack it up. I mean, they had enough time to pick a spot, but not a lot. I'm never folding ace 10 there. Well, actually, they might get more value. If their hand is any good, they might actually get 800 instead of the 200 or so they would have got from just playing me. We will see. Is Boabi Tuetes about to get back into this? Min bet on that board. Interesting. Then it's like, oh, ace 3 versus set of 5s. Not lucky, but they had an ace. I don't blame them for going all in at that point. Are you there, Pineapple? 1999. Interesting year. It sucks to have the button and then get complete garbage on it. You know. Just sucks to have the button and get crap on it. I hate giving up the button and the cutoff when I have guard, you know. It sucks when you get, oh wow, an ace 5 jammed on an ace, oh wow. The ace 5 outflop the ace jack and another player goes. Tell you people they can't fold their aces. Okay, jack 10 suited on the cutoff. I'm going to raise it 3x. I'm not, you know, it's not the biggest raise, but it's a raise of intention. I have position and I take it down.
My tight image suits me there. And I'm actually going to fold deuces here. It's mid position, and I've been leaking a bit on calling with deuces in mid positions in this so far. And I'm just going to cut that out. I mean, it's at the very, very bottom of my calling range anyway. I don't fancy calling with the intention of calling a raise. I just want to chuck it this time around anyway. That is what I will do. 2 more, we're on 3 tables. Being joined by Wasley SD from Brazil also. Ace deuce off, nope. Am I just perhaps overthinking this chat thing? Am I wrong with this Twitch chat interactivity thing? Am I just way off the mark? I don't know. I definitely feel like there's a difference in chat interactivity compared to a year ago, a year and a half ago, compared to now. I definitely have noticed a difference among multiple stream chats that I both, you know, I watch and that I am myself. That's why it spooked me when people were going quiet for long periods of time in Doom streams. I was like, have I just done something wrong or something? But no, it's a general thing. People don't talk as much as they used to sometimes. You have like bursts of activity and it's dead quiet. I'm used to a more consistent sort of thing, but that doesn't seem to happen anymore. Okay. Well, that makes my decision easy. I was contemplating whether I call for value on the 100 there, but it looks like Wasley had a... Well, you min raised to 100, and they made a sensible-ish re-raise. The proper raise that should have been done in the first place. So, inclined to give them credit there, since it wasn't complete bonkers. And judging, I think we're bound to 3 tables already. This is good. This is good. We're down to 3 tables. We have made it through the last, yeah, we are in the last 3 tables with 26 left as of this Ham's beginning. So players are dropping quite quickly in this one. I don't know if that probably happens a lot in these kind of stakes, but we're off to a fast and frenetic. Down to 3 tables already. And it's going up to 4080 with a 10. Yep, 26 left. We are 15th position. Doing okay. I raised some cutoff when I have King Deuce, and we're joined by Rockerbox76 from Germany. And Rosado_BR from, obviously, Brazil. You couldn't be any more proud. And I don't know who that is in the picture. I assume it's a football player, but I don't know who it is at all. I'm going to throw Queen 8 here for a moment. See how it goes. Ace 9 off is not in our range, especially in mid position, so we can easily get rid of that. By the way, in regards to these poker streams, I'll probably be doing quite a few less of this after the regional on Sunday. I'll still do the odd poker stream, but I will probably do a lot less on stream and a bit more off stream, because I have a lot of things on stream to get on with. So this flurry of poker activity at the end of streams, it will probably drop off quite a bit after tomorrow. So there'll be a bit more focus on the actual games that aren't poker. I mean, if I'm still interested, I'm going to try and keep up the practice a bit. But I would like to obviously run streams that won't go into like 4 hours of the game instead of doing 2 or 3 hours and then doing a poker session.
Okay, Jack Queen off is in our range. But I'm actually going to fold here. I was tempted to raise, but I just got a feeling not to do that this time. Just something stopped me from clicking the raise or even call button. I just felt like I shouldn't do it this time. Maybe it's because they weren't suited. Yeah, I just felt like, no, just don't play this particular one even though it's in our range, sort of thing. I'm pretty sure if I'm unsure what to do, I should take the cheapest option. But I do have a week where I need to basically be aggressive in some spots where it's like absolutely called for, where I identify it as such. I would have flopped 2 pair, that's unfortunate. But whenever calling pre with 6 Jack off in mid position there, just isn't happening. Just isn't happening. Oh, we'd have flopped a full house. River to full house. Mind you, against King Ace and King Jack, you know, we lose most of the time there. You don't like PokerStars. Chill out. Folding my 5-10 off. Calm down. Jeez. And oh boy. Here comes the blood. 6s versus Ace Jack. 6s hold. Bit of a donkish all in, but it's got called by the Ace Jack and held. I would never have called Ace Jack for that. That's why, even if they have a small pair, you're still flipping for your tournament life. It's just pointless. I'd only call that bet with aces or kings at this stage. More or less. At this stage of the tournament, anyway, it's like there's so many stacks and they just decide, yeah, I'm not even going to consider it. There's no need to let them raise. I mean, they have fucking 3 times my stack. Maybe a bit more than 3. Maybe 4 times my stack. So, you know, need to be very wary of playing with them particularly. On my left. Players like that just get so lucky with the calls sometimes. Someone has an ace jack, I'll call against the 6s and we'll just gamble. You know? That's how some of these players probably get their big stacks. They just jam all in with a pair, pre-flop, and someone else locks them up and they just held. And that's it. That sets them up then for ages. And here's me waiting and, well, still stupid to do that because all in with 6s, who is going to call? Someone with a better hand, usually. So, you know, you're expected to lose a good chunk of the time to, you know. Alright, Queen, King off is in our range. We have cut off, but we do not have, like... Okay, great. The only player that had position on me just folded. Rocket Box has just won a small pot, so they're unlikely to jam. And we have position if one of these two does call. So this is fine. Crackerman is getting 160, about 3-1 to call. Oh god, that was not a kind flop. But we will see bets. Again. Oh dear, they called. Right, that's it. Put the brakes on. They called, and they've probably hit a fucking... Well, they could have hit anything. That is a disgusting, horrible run out. They had an 8. Wow. Well, they hit an 8. They didn't get any value off of it. They got 1 bet, and then they just stopped. Flushed flows, and that really sucks. But I'm very surprised they didn't bet something there. I guess they were looking for me to bet. The C bet is standard. It's just unlucky that they actually caught a fucking 8. They caught a fucking 8, and they... What the fuck did they have with that 8?
They had no diamond. They just call with mid-pair against a c-bet. That is a joke. But I can't call because the flop is a flush, and they could have been flushing. It's basically a horrible run out for my hand, you know. And then they slow down. But obviously they could check back there with a trap. King 9 suited is just outside of our range. That was just really unlucky that, you know, the run out. If basically eliminate the fucking flush run out, eliminate the fucking board pairing, I might be able to bluff them off at 8 with a further barrel. But basically, cards came and did not support bluffs. Well, I guess it did, but I had to put them on the hand first. I wouldn't put them on Jack 8. After taking their time to call my pre-flop raise, you could very easily assume they had a 10. You know, and they did. Although, I guess the fact that they just called. I don't know. The fact that they just called. Should I have been suspicious of that? No, if anything, the fact that they just called would mean more likely that they had a... Oh, for God's sake. No, I cannot play 6s under the gun unless I'm willing to go all in with them at this stage, I think. Nope. I need them to be higher at this stage. Unless everyone just folds, you could do that. Bleh. Bleh. To be fair though, we didn't lose any further money, so you know, we're still in the game. To a player who just got the luckiest run out with an 8. You know, once that full house on the river comes, they are never folding. Okay, we are out of position with ace 7 off against someone who has min raised. We're not playing. That ace 8, not fancying it. Suited maybe, but we're in that dire spot where once again we need to double up, which means we need a good hand, and we won't get one. So once again, we are on the short stack, where we stay, and no one has spoken in the chat for 33 minutes. So I don't have any poker aficionados to vent to, which is unfortunate. Could I please get a good hand? Wow, 2 players are sitting out at this point. 3 players are sitting out at this point. This is essentially a 5-player game at this stage. Oh, one of them came back. That's very weird. Come on. Okay, we are below 10 big blinds already. Not great. But now we're in a 6-max game, temporarily at least, with these other 2 players being out for some reason. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Will they return to the game? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Well, given that we are below 10 bigs, we are going to have to find the shove spots. This is fairly common for this stake and speed of level. So we await with bated breath the moment where we don't get a pair that is lower than fucking 6s. We've had so many pocket pairs, but they've all been garbage low ones. We've had ace king twice and took pots with that, so that's not been too bad, but I'm needing like something quite good at this point, because I need to double up badly. But I must remain patient and pick my spot with care so I can get to 2,000, and then we can be fine for a bit. At the very least, I'll be getting past this player who seems to have just disappeared from the game. Rockerbox has also decided to sit out temporarily. I don't know what's going on with this fucking game. Players sitting out. Players just sitting out. What? What is with all the fucking sit outs? Stop fucking min-raising! But there's a good chance he's doing that with ace every time and he just wants someone to snap call. I can't call with that anyway, because 3-jack is garbage. That's a very annoying min-raise, but I'm not doing it every time, so I'm inclined to be credible. Oh, dude, I was almost tempted to snap an aggressive spot here, but now I'm not going to. And it looks like I might have chosen a good time to dodge there. I think our friend on the left has something. Min bets. Min bets. What is with these min bets? What the fuck was that hand? Min bet call, min bet call, min bet call. Has a pair of 9s. Doesn't even... Other player has deuces. 2 pairs going head to head against each other. Yeah, I'll just take that with aggression, thanks. I just wanted to, you know, it wasn't something I basically had to take an aggressive, but I'm not going to do it too often, because I got a ton of credit for that one, so good, I'll take it. Especially from bleeding away to this rocker box person who is short stacked also. What a weird passage of play that turned out to be. 9s. 10, 5, 6 board, bets, min bets 9s calls, min bets 2s calls. Did you ever just believe they had ace X and just weren't buying it? Utterly bizarre, that 2-hand beforehand. I don't understand. Nine versus 10s. Yeah, looks like Rosado is... Oh. But luckily, the 9 came. So it seems Rosado is at least betting with something of the goods, at least a pair anyway. That has been the case. I think that was the case previously as well. So it implies that the weird min bets are usually backing it up with something credible, semi-credible at least. So... From what we've seen anyway, it seems that they are doing this because they are folding. So, be wary of a bet, basically, I think is the general gist. Wow, a walk. This game has become weird because of free sit-outs. It's almost like players are folding just to get rid of 1 or 2 of them, and I don't blame them. There's like 2 spots that are freely available. Just get rid of the small sit-out stacks and we can move on to the last 2 tables, actually. That's probably why the hands are being played so quickly. It's why if we keep folding, eventually these dead players, one is on 124, one is on 306, who appears to intermittently come in and out of the game, we can get to a table of active players. So this is 5 max. It's been a good time for me to get a good hand and maybe. But now let's just we can get past these 2 and then we can be in a table of two tables left. So this is not a time to be going ridiculous. So Yovinaz is gonna basically if Rosado bets here he wins and that's it. Player gone. We're on 2 tables finally. With still another one that will be lower than me. Ah, finally. 2 tables left again. This is good. We got 2 tables last time we played on Thursday night. So, nice to have some consistency in getting down to the last 2 again. But we're going to need to find some hands if we want to get any further. All-in call, 10 queen versus kings. Doesn't hit any further. Another player falls. We could have got king 3 under the gun, but we have to fold it. So, the rocker box is only got 261. They'll be out soon. Looks like Bogut was briefly our Wookiee friend from earlier has returned. And aggression is continuing. Raise all in from Toltec 555 from Russia. Milako from Slovakia is calling ace king versus 8s. 8 set of 8s. Set of 8s takes it down.
Didn't win that flip. Unlucky for them. And we have Alex from Russia. Pok 2 from Russia. We're down to 17 players. We have Ace 6 suited. This arguably could be a spot for a jam, but we'll see what the players do first. Okay, let's be suspicious. This player does have a massive stack over us. Do we call him or do we jam? It's a min bet. This is a player who... Nah. I almost was tempted to jam there, but I had a sneaking suspicion the fact that they min bet just might have meant that they were desperate for me to call on short and wanted to get me out the table. I just didn't feel it, you know. We're not that... Well, we do need a good hand soonish, but I just didn't feel that was the time on that spot, I think. And Cadu1327 is also from Brazil, who has... At least we can get above this player first. I need the fucking stack, but I need to pick a slightly better spot than going against a guy who has, oh, I don't know, nearly 6 times our stack and will call off with... You know, I have ace 6 there, but he could have had fucking ace 7 and he'd be ahead. I'm not against a player who has to consider the odds at that point. It's just an automatic call. So I need to have something respectable, I think. Especially since they min-raised and did not try and shove me off with an all-in or something. I think they wanted the call that time. 8-7, this is 8-4. Desperation. Oh, for fuck's sake. As if they split. God damn it. I would have wanted them to go. Well, no one it really matters. I need to pick up a hand soon. Just to stay around a bit longer. So we're in full short stack mode, needing to double up at least twice to stick around this game, unfortunately. Will we... Cadu has to call here. What are you even considering about? Even if you have crap, you just have to call. Yeah. I mean, yeah, 4 deuce, granted, but it's such a little bit of your stack, it was worth calling with anything. I'd do the same with anything in that position. It's like, yeah, it's only 200. Get rid of a player, advance the field. So Rocker Box manages to double up fine. No concern to you with the 7.62k stack, who happens to also be the second biggest player in chips. The other one is 11k, is on the other table. So, I don't know why they even debate thinking about calling there. It's an easy spot. We need the double up, and we need it soon. Can we please get something to do it with? Or are we going to have to do it with a crappy ace? We will see. Well, I suppose if we do it under the gun, we get a bit more credit, but that might not save us. But at some point, you can't really choose your spot. You just have to pick one and hope for the best. This feels like one of those where we just don't get what we need and just go out. In fact, I'm going to predict that we go out 16th and this player gets an extra spot. No, it didn't really matter, mine, but you know, I can't really worry about position when the only position that matters is 7th and those that don't for anything else. They go in. Bucket calls with a 7s. This is ace 5, looking for a straight and maybe semi-bluffing, but Bucket calls correctly there. Oh boy, duckies! And we have to jam with them, I'm afraid. We are shorty stacked. I'm a bit surprised. I guess we will at least be 15th. Under the gun might get some credit too, but there are stacks that can call 700 with anything. But, you know, I can't wait too much longer, and we have to take what we can get. Credit given. Under the gun raise gets through. I'll take that gladly. Keeps us around for a bit longer. The fact that we haven't been too crazy with all-ins probably also helps. I think they suspect that if I am doing that, I have something good. So they are giving credit where credit is due. This person bullies the big blind. No need for that.
still short stacked, but extending our life a little longer. Can't call that. 5-3. Okay, we're off the blinds for a moment. Can we? We need to catch another hand soon. Blocker box is back to sitting out again. They seem to be sort of popping in and out of being able to play. Perhaps the multi-tabling are busy elsewhere. Kadu is attempting a... Wow, I don't know why. Wow, it's a bit of an over bet there, but gets it through. Since they had a small blind that could call. Jack 10 suited is in our range. So we will jam on the cutoff position. We might get called by Alex this time though, but we have to take spots like this where we might at least have a half chance. Alex debating it. I don't like this. Does this mean Queen King? He's aware of the fact that I'm a short stack who's going to be desperate. Oh yes! Dominated Jack. Beautiful. Oh, for fuck's... Yeah, thank you. Thank you, PokerStars, for not jipping me on a fucking turn like that. Jesus, fucking... I don't blame the Jack 9 call. Well, I kind of do, actually. That's weird. But... Where's the left again? Jack 9 off, and you debate calling. Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm a short stack and I'm desperate. I get it. You thought about it, but you still just... You know what? Whatever. You called. Thanks for calling, buddy. Thanks for your call and nearly fucking out-kicking my Jack. That was about as good as I could have got it with a Jack 10. You know, dominated Jack. Perfect. Take it all day. Every day. Just thought I'd test the Twitch chat there. So that was good. Oh, looks like they hit 3 of a kind. I didn't pay attention to what happened there. Toast! Hello, Dave. How you doing? How's your evening doing? Welcome to more poker practice. Well, we once again try to get to the final table and try to cash. You've been working for a bit. Yeah, I've been getting used to a lot of workers these days, Dave. Definitely I want more people work in chat these days and talk directly, I guess. I'm still not really used to it, but whatever. You know. Maybe I've just been spoiled in the past with chat interaction and now it's like, well, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Is the point. Do you blame the government? Nah, I've noticed this in other streams too. It's not just my stream. I've been watching a few streams and I've just noticed that, like, sometimes people, you know, like, STX Val can get 30 people watching and do a run and there's just, the chat's quiet for a while. It's just a thing that has happened, I think, in Twitch chats over the last 2 years or something. Like, a lot of people just work or just watch in the background, don't comment so much. Across all streams, not just mine. Twitch. I don't think Twitch is dying, Dave. I know there's a lot more skepticism about the platform, which is rightfully earned, but I don't think it's that. It's the same sort of audience I've always had of the Doom community and a few others. It just feels like more people are happy to, like, work in chats for long periods of time. Hit 10 queen there, nice. So we're kind of still in short stack mode at this point, so we do need to keep doubling up. But we are above 10 big blinds at this point, so we don't need to panic for now. And can we please get rid of this tiny stack here? So I can at least get another spot up. Even though they're the only other player, and then I'll be last in the queue for the time being. They say, yeah, well, we're not quite in position to check. You know, we're not in Alex's position for this one, so we check. We don't need to really endanger our stack. Okay, we hit a pair of deuce 8s on the river, but we have showdown value. We don't really need to go crazy. Yeah, maybe could have got a white Culver off CSD, but we had showdown value, and we didn't really want to sort of, you know... Someone could have had like 9-8, Queen 8. Well, Queen 8 would have bet. 9-8. You know, someone could have bet 4-8, 2-8, didn't want to bet. I don't know. I felt we were strong there, but I didn't really feel like just betting and getting blown off the hand. So that was fine. Yeah, exactly, Dave. That's exactly my point. It's not just Doom streams. I'm not complaining that, you know, my chat is dying. I think my competition is more fierce, and I still feel that I've lost a lot of my momentum and edge I had earlier even at the start of this year. You know, I've noticed there's been a change. Yeah, I knew that was coming. That's why I folded ace-9. Also wasn't in our range. Moeko wants to steal. Bogek, if you don't have a decent hand, just... Okay, whatever. Well, this could get ugly. That's the kind of board an ace-x hand just jams on. And indeed, we have a... Whoa! He called lightly with a jack? What the fuck? Yes, Zero Master! 2 kings! What a good fold! Good fold! Not in our tag... Yes, I would have won Zero Master, but it's not in our tag range. Not in the tag range. Not in the tag range. Yes, we would have won, but that's the power of hindsight. No, Zero Master, he raised it to a foul. Oh my god. Let's take a look at the action in the previous hand. It wasn't him I was worried about. It was the player here. Oh look! He raised it to half my stack size. Gee! I'm folding there. I'm not going to call. I'm not calling there, pure and simple. It's not in our range, Zero Master. I am following a strategy. Yeah, okay, you say so, Zero Master. I have to essentially call half my stack, hope to hit an ace. And if I do hit an ace, I might be behind. Because players this levels love to... And he raises on the small blind position. I'm essentially just going to have to go all in. I mean, okay, yes, I hit an ace on the flop, but that doesn't necessarily mean either that I have the best hand. His follow-up play, which is go all in, is very, very common of people who have ace, 2-pair, ace-king, ace-queen, ace-10 on a board that has a fucking 2 cards to the flush, 2 cards to the straight, and just want to win the hand outright. As it turns out, this time he had kings. Yes, I would have won, but most times this kind of thing with the re-raise, he probably has ace-x. Or something weird like, you know, ace-jack maybe, jacks. And gets a good flop, but then fucking wants it to end. Especially against an opponent who has, you know, bigger than theirs. I see what you're saying, Zero Master, but I am following a tag strategy, which is proven to be a mode for micro stakes, and yeah. Okay, well, enjoy your food, Pineapple. What surprises me is that he calls with Jack 7. He calls with Jack 7? The player should just put it out to the blinds. I'm not that low on chips. You know, I still have enough. Look, I have my strategy. I've gotten my tag chart from a person who has played for over 10 years, who is a poker pro and a poker author. who has played many hands, and they suggest for microstakes this kind of strategy. I see your point, but the bottom line is, Zero Master, one of the big mistakes players make at this level is they don't fold aces. Sure, that time he has kings. Guess what if he had ace jack, ace queen, ace 10, ace king? I lose. My kicker is not as good. It's very easy to see that with hindsight, but at the time, you know, you could argue, yeah, jam. He's not folding. Not after putting me for half my stacking. He's never folding an inferior ace. So, you know, if it was ace 10 suited, I would have played. And then I'd had a decision to make. And it'd have been different. But ace 9 off suit as well? Nah. You can't always guarantee just because you have an ace you're going to win. Anyway, how you doing, Zero Master? Congratulations on another Sunday UV Max. Was it map 7, I think? Came up on my YouTube feed. I mean, in different games, obviously, I would play a more lag style or throw my in, but I'm trying to follow a very taggy strategy. You know, if you disagree, fine. But anyway, if I was playing in a sensible game, Zero Master, you might have a point. But we're playing microstakes where people don't fold fucking ace deuce and think going all in with jack 7 on an ace board where someone jams is good play, apparently. Oh, I have a pair of rejects and someone's just gone all in. Guess they're bluffing. Anyway, let's see how we do. I don't think Twitch is attracting many new people, to be honest. That's why I don't see as many new followers on stream. The growth of the platform is something. You know, Dave, you might have a point there, actually. Twitch has received a lot of flack, and, well, are there other options? My only thing is, I think I'm inclined to sort of semi-agree with you. That might be part of it as well. Because I've noticed my growth is just, you know, I've jumped up to the 1950 mark, and I've just been kind of stuck there. I wonder if people really have just started to leave Twitch a bit. Fed up of all the, you know, the technical stuff of Twitch is, like, decent. I mean, actually using it and all the bells and whistles they offer, but the actual management of Twitch is not great. Well, no. At this stage, I can't afford to put value bets in. I'm looking to just double up again, since I am the short stack at the moment, 12th. But above 10 big blinds, so we have time to wait for a spot, and one double up would put us above someone like Bogic here. And a split. If I catch a good hand against Bogic, he's just going to call with some rubbish mid-pair some of the time, so, you know. Yeah, ooh, that's horrible, but Queen 4 to a... Nah, that's just an unlucky flop. Most of the time we don't connect with King 4, Queen 4 there. Yeah, I think that might... I mean, if you think that's the case, if you observe it, you might be right. I mean, I've definitely noticed there's a bit less busyness on the platform in general, you know. I just wondered if it was just people were just moving on to different channels, but I think even the bigger channels have got a bit less viewers than I usually see on them too, at times. And honestly, if that is the case, I cannot blame people for leaving Twitch, because, as I said, it was a big platform and the software is fun to use, but ultimately the management are a bunch of morons. It has been proven enough times that they don't uphold their own terms of service consistently enough. There's been many controversies and there have been a lot of problems. No, I probably didn't help either, but there was never, you know, I never heard about a follow-up to that, by the way. I never heard anything about a follow-up. They just released the financial details of some of the top streamers and then just fucking
left it at that. They were gonna do more. Alright, now we have 9 big blinds, so we need to find a shoving spot. Not that this really has changed much from earlier, but it's now, we need to find it, and soon. We're just essentially at the mercy of a good hand and it's holding. That might explain it then. Maybe people just getting tired and... But the thing is though, Dave... Oh wow. It's just bloodshed? 2 all-ins. I think they're folding. If they call, they could take out 2 players and be the monster stack. It's a hell of a thing to consider. You call, you held up, you are going to be 20k in. They decide to fold, and good fold it would seem on their part. Aces against Queen Jack. Oh, no way! The aces got cracked. 4 cards straight. Ouch. Oh my god. That was just brutal. The run out for the 4 card. Ooh, ouch. And from a player who was a bit weird earlier, that's unlucky. Oh, here we go. I think Bugger is on tilt. Tilt alert. Oh, no way. Wait, hang on. Oh, no way. He gets aces cracked and then he fucking loses to aces. Oh, that is brutal. He must be so pissed right now. I would be, you know. Then again, I won't be playing King 3. How many did he have at the start of hand there? No, once he only had at the start. He had... Okay, he didn't have to do that. That was just weird. No. It's a shame. I would have liked to jam there, but I need to... But this player has so many chips, they can call anything. So I need to... If I had a small pair, then I'd jam. But this player has like 15 times my... Well, just shy of 15, 14x, and they're going to want to eliminate. That is brutal. He didn't have to do it, though. He had 3,000 chips left. You just... That was a tilt all-in. Pure and simple, that was a tilt all-in with King 3, and he just happened to run into aces. Yeah, top 7. So, first of all, I have to get to the final table, which is... We're down to 11. 2 off. But I need to double up very, very quickly, and we're in the 5-ring game, so I'm going to be getting less time than the other run. We need to catch a hand, and we need to catch it soon. But this is better than the last. That'll have to do. I'm afraid that'll have to do. At this stage, it's just going to have to be, please don't have a better ace than me. I can't be too fussy in a 5-ring game. Oh, no. Okay, doesn't have an ace. Hold, 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 hold. You fucker. Oh, my God. As if he did us the fucking queen there. Wanker. Ugh. Bah. I was fucking winning until the river. That is... Well... Nah, I don't blame his call. But that was just unlucky river, you know. I was ahead. I was ahead until the river, so I can't complain too much. That was just needing the cards to cooperate. It's a bit different if he had like ace 10. And it's like, shit, I've run into a better ace. Hits his fucking 6 outer on the river. That's the kind of luck that I need. And now we're on the bubble. Alright, you know, piss off. So that's another 25 cents gone, and we got nothing. Nothing. Ah. Well, at least we finished 11th. That was 2 better than last time. 1 step closer to the, you know, promised land of a final table again. Brutal. A river stuck out again. I mean, there is... I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to do something about constantly being short stack all the time. I'd agree, but... I don't think I played too bad tonight, though. I just didn't get hands when I needed it. I generally feel it was just, you know, I did the best I could. I was aggressive in some spots. I even got a bluff at one point. So I wasn't being too passive. I just really needed them. I'm so sick and tired. I want one game where I get 3 fish, take them all out, and have 8k, and I can just sit there and pick my spots with abandon. Instead of always being on 1,000 and having to double up. Do I have to play like a moron? Nah, if I play like a moron, I'd be out even quicker in one of these games. My plays at least gave me to the last 2 tables consistently. I just can't close the deal because I get fucking called by Queen King. And a queen comes on the river when I'm ahead. 4 cards out of 5. Just don't get the luck in the spot when I need it. You know, I mean, I guess arguably I got the luck when I was up against Jack 10 versus Jack 9. It's a 9 on 10, 10 on river. I guess that was my luck. My luck was I managed to overturn a pair of 9s with a pair of 10s. Backgammon? I don't even know how to play it. Okay. What do I do now? I have 2 options. I either play another game and then fuck off to bed straight after, depending on how long it goes. I do have to get up at 6 in the morning tomorrow for the regional. Or I end the stream here, maybe have a few drinks, chill out, and then go to bed. I was wanting to watch Rounders tonight, but I might not have time now. I may have to just watch that another time. Yeah, I believe it is. I just don't know how to play it. I'm not really interested right now. You might be right, Dave. Mostly because I need to be quite relaxed just before the regional. I don't want to be like too crazy on poker for the night before because I am looking forward to this. So I think I'll take your advice, Dave. I think we'll go for the chill option instead. So yeah, we've had our one game. You know, we've had our one game tonight. We got 11. That's not bad. You know, I mean, you know. Actually, before I go, I want to check something. Is there a way of checking like how you've done in? Let me just after reroll Poker Stars, of course. I'm just curious. I have this feeling that although I'm not winning, I am positioning well in games. Let's just tournament history. Okay, I don't know, just say last 15 tournaments. Say what? Oh, got it. It was sent to my email address? Oh, okay. I thought maybe they'd have some stats on the site, but alright. Oh, that's interesting. So you can sort of summon your history. I'm just curious about one little thing before I go. I'm going to show you my email. I'm just curious about where I'm finishing, because I'm pretty sure in the last couple of games recently, I have actually been placing well. But I need to check that. Let's see. What the fuck? No, I don't care. I just want to see the... What? Oh, it's fucking counting play money tournaments as well. Shit, that's going to fuck up the statistics, isn't it? Okay, so ignoring the play money games, which is only one, to be fair. It was a spin and go or whatever. Let's see. So, I finished 11th tonight. I finished 13th on Thursday. Ignore that play money one. I finished 15th on... that would be Tuesday. I finished 8th on... That would have been Monday, I think? Was it Monday? Yeah, I think Monday was 8th. 10th. 25th, 30th, 29th, 42nd. Okay, 42nd, that was a bit of a bad one. Wasn't there another one? Yeah, 8th. So in the last couple of tournaments, ish, I have been placing in like the last 2 tables, and I've hit the final table twice, just not got to cash. So the results short term at least, the results are kind of sort of leaning that while I don't get to the last table, I am not going out too early. I am playing well. I just need one good run. I get cards. I get fish that go all in. I get the 7,000 stack like all these loose idiot players get with their stupid play. And once I get that one time, I should finally not only break into cash, but maybe significantly so. That's all I need, that one run. Just gotta wait for it. Just gotta wait for that one run to come up, and then we're good. So, yeah. And that's the thing. I'm thinking long term. Long term, am I frequently getting to the last two tables of micro stakes 25 cents game? Am I playing well? Kind of yes. Could I do better? Yes. I could be more aggressive in certain spots that calls it, because I know there are spots where I genuinely, have made mistakes. And that's in live as well, where I have the same problem where sometimes I don't pull the trigger where I really should. And that is a week I need to fix. And hopefully maybe the first time will be tomorrow. Yeah. But, okay. I mean, about this whole chat thing, I'm probably going to discuss this at length in the Sweets Day, just as a preview for December's Sweets Day. If this continues, I'm going to have a little conversation about it, because I am curious to see if it is just Twitch just starting to fade a little bit, whether it's just down to me. Or a bit of both, maybe. And if it is, I need to find out what the problem is and fix it. Anyway, so that's going to be the stream for tonight. I will be doing a regional final tomorrow for poker, so that's dead exciting. The one I've been practicing for the last few weeks. Hopefully, I will do well. I am aiming to get the final table for the first time ever. Or at least maybe a national spot. I think you have to finish in the top 10 to get a national seat, which is like a follow-up tournament where you get a bit more of a part, and it also gets you to Las Vegas. But I don't think you have to hit the final. I think you don't have to win that one to get to Las Vegas. I don't know. I can't remember for the Nationals. I think it's maybe if you hit final table, you get there. But it'd be another tournament, basically, I could play. So there won't be a stream tomorrow. I mean, the only way to be a stream tomorrow would be if I crash out too early and then I go home, because I can't really play the follow-up casino. There's like usually a game at these casinos that they try to run straight after the regional starts to try and get people to pay in for like a £30 game. But with a combination of the fact I have work in the morning and I have to get back on a train, I can't really play it. I don't think, I won't be able to play it. So once the regionals finished for me, that's it. I'll just be going home. So if I bow out early, then maybe there would be a stream, but I'm really hoping not to bow out early. I'm really hoping to go a fair distance and try and get to the last few tables, final table, that kind of thing, see how it goes. But I will be posting updates on if for those are on my Discord. If I do particularly well, I might even do it on my Twitter. I might do the odd tweet as well. I know not everyone's on my Discord, but, I might do a few tweets as well if I get time. But I will be trying to focus on the game. So the next stream I'll be doing is Monday, and I will be starting with... Actually, no. You know what? No, I'm not going to start with Mutt's List. I've changed my mind. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Because I was given a map set during the Ironman run parts of tonight's stream that was actually seems to be really, someone who was worked very hard on this. I'm actually changing my mind. I do need to play Mutt's List of punishment stuff, but I think it's gonna wait just one more Doom stream off. I'm gonna be playing that Forgettable Pyromaniac set, and I'll do that on Monday, I think. I mean, I've got the letter playthrough, but I kind of want to play this map set by Forgettable Pyromaniac first. So I'll do that first, and then we'll do the Mutt stuff afterwards. So yeah, it'll be some Doom on Monday night, basically. Or Sunday if I'm really unlucky. Although I don't know if I'd want to stream on a Sunday if I went out early. I might be in the wrong kind of mood, but I might also be in the mood to want to unwind. We'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. For those who have stuck around for both parts, much appreciated. And we are going to raid... Well, what the heck? For irony, let's raid Daerik. So that's... well, I wonder if you heard my comments earlier. Oh boy, this would be funny if you did. But yeah, I will see you all on Monday. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye.